everyone, this is PK Entertainment and we're back again, and here now we have another video for you, and we're going to take a look at the first full trailer for Secret Invasion. Now there could be spoilers for all movies and television shows set within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so just beware when going to this overall video. And you can check out all of my coverage of Marvel's Phase 4 and Phase 5, and I'll leave some links within the description. So we then look to Secret Invasion, which is overall the 8th live action Marvel Disney Plus TV series, the last one before being She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Now this series will follow former S.H.I.E.L.D. government agent Nick Fury working with allies to combat the threat of the shape-shifting Skrulls from infiltrating planet Earth. Now if you remember, we last saw Nick Fury first come across the Skrulls in Captain Marvel from 2019, where they were helping a certain group of the Skrulls against a more villainous faction of the race. Now Secret Invasion is loosely based on a comic book series from 2008 involving the Skrulls trying to invade Earth. The series will see Samuel L. Jackson reprise his long-standing role as Nick Fury, as well as Kobe Smulders returning as Mariah Hill, Ben Mendelsohn reprising his role as Talos from the Captain Marvel film. Martin Freeman will be coming back as Everett Ross, who we've seen from Captain America Civil War and also the Black Panther films. We'll see Don Cheadle return as Rhodey, as well as some sort of reference, I'm sure, to the upcoming Armor Wars. And we'll also see new appearances from the likes of Emilia Clarke and also Olivia Colman. So then, when looking at the trailer itself, it seems that they are going for a much more lower scale, grounded invasion. We're clearly not going to have a big epic scale fight with all of the Avengers versus the Skrulls. The Skrulls, it seems, will be much more of a hidden, secretive threat, hiding in the shadows. And overall, aesthetically, the trailer has that very grim, dark feel about it. Once again, we get that very muted colour contrast as what we've seen with a lot of these Marvel television shows, and they're really going for that much more of that modern spy espionage thriller. It's got that same gritty tone, it seems, as what we saw with the likes of Winter Soldier, and it definitely seems that it's going to be far more of a serious and intense tone. Very unlikely that we'll get a jokey self-parody approach to what we saw with the likes of She-Hulk, and ultimately that's a very good thing, but it will be extremely disappointing if the show tends to be something different than what we've seen with the trailer, and that we do get far more of the typical Marvel humour and jokes than what we've seen previously before. There really should be far more elements of mystery and intrigue and conspiracy. It seems very much again that there will be a lot more of those spy thriller elements combining with much more elements of science fiction. And we'll see that Nick Fury will probably be front and centre of the main narrative. If you remember, the last time we saw him, he was working in space with the Skrulls. This was at the end credit scene of Spider-Man Far From Home. We saw that Talos had actually taken over the identity for Nick Fury, covering his position on Earth. So I'm sure we'll get some context as to how long exactly Nick Fury has been working in space and the sort of issues that he came across while working outside it. And we get these scenes where we see Nick Fury coming back, having to face issues from his past. He's all aged up and seemingly wounded and broken. We have those opening moments where we see him visiting his gravestone, it seems. We get that feeling that he will be pursued by the Skrulls. There'll be some sort of rebel faction. We have those screenshots where we see this group of Skrulls. They seem to be much more powered than the ones that we saw previously from the Captain Marvel films, so that will raise the stakes. Perhaps Nick Fury was involved in some major event during his time in space, which has led to the Skrulls searching for him, wanting some sort of revenge. We hear Talos telling Nick Fury that things have gotten far worse since he has left. So this forever poses the question, where the hell are the Avengers? And they actually referred to that during this trailer. Now, many people have pointed out, well, the Avengers at this stage are kind of all broken up. Of course, we know what happened to Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. We know that Thor is away having further adventures, as what we saw with Love and Thunder. But you still have Doctor Strange. You still have Scott Lang. You still have Hawkeye alongside Kate Bishop. You still have Rhodey. So there's still enough of an Avengers contingent that they could easily team up together and face whatever crisis that there is. So this is again the trappings that you have when you're talking of a shared universe and you're expanding it much more into television series. We then talk about Emilia Clarke, who will be playing Talos' daughter, named Gia. And she was actually the young child Skrull that we saw Talos protecting in the first Captain Marvel film, which of course was set in the 90s. So again, it makes sense that we see her all now grown up. So we'll see how integral her role is in terms of the overall story. There was a good casting choice in getting Olivia Colman, and she will be playing the MI16 agent Sonya Falsworth. Now, it does seem that she could be playing the villain role of the piece, initially helping out Fury, but I'm sure she'll have some sort of secret agenda or initiative. Maybe she's a Skrull herself. Maybe she wants to harness certain Skrull technology. So again, she could be a very interesting character if they play her right. We also asked the question as to whether we'll be getting an expanded role for Mariah Hill within this universe. For the most part, she's really been just a background character, and she's been there, if you think about it, ever since the first Avengers movie back in 2012. So I think they do need to really give Cobie Smulders a bit more to do this time round. I think she's warranted it enough, having stuck with this universe for all of this time. So all in all, this was a very promising trailer. It definitely looks like Secret Invasion should be the best of the Disney Plus shows so far. If you've watched my channel, you'll know that I haven't been impressed with the Marvel shows at all. I think they've largely been very lackluster and mediocre at best. So I am hoping that Secret Invasion can kind of break the mold and be a major step up in improvement in terms of what we've seen previously. I do feel that this would be much more of a self-contained story, not really linking to the Kang Dynasty, which is the major arc of Marvel's Phase 5, and that overall could be a very good thing, especially after the lukewarm reception that we saw from Quantumania, and of course the recent controversy surrounding Jonathan Majors, who of course plays Kang. So from this trailer, I'm quite optimistic from this series. Again, I just hope that it stays true to what we've seen from what the trailer's presenting with us so far. We have had this previously from Marvel, where we watch the trailer and we think we're going to go in one direction, and then when we go in a complete different direction when we watch the actual series. I think we had that a lot with Moon Knight, which was very disappointing in my opinion, because that was a show that really didn't know what tone it was going for. But Secret Invasion should really be that much more darker, intense, serious, grounded Marvel Disney Plus show, much more full of intent and momentum and pace and energy. So overall, so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Secret Invasion, and hopefully it will prove to be the best Disney Plus show so far when it arrives on June 21st, 2023. And it will overall consist of 6 episodes, overall running at around 40 to 50 minutes for each installment. And as usual, when the series does arrive, I will provide reviews of the opening episode, the finale episode, and the season overall. So look out for that within the future. And if you have any other suggestions regarding any other movies or television series or any other issues within the entertainment and pop culture scene that you'd like to see me cover, then also let me know within the comments, and I will see if I can provide further commentary for you on those topics within the future. Please also hit and like the subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you very, very soon.